Children, how are you all? I hope you all are fine and safe at home. I am so happy to welcome you all to watch this video. And in this video, I am going to teach you Science Lesson 9 Building Houses. Building Houses. I am going to teach you a chorus. It's about building of the temple. Okay. Building of the temple, building of the temple, building of the temple of the Lord. Sister, will you help me? Brother, will you lend your hand? Building of the temple of the Lord. Let me sing it again. Building of the temple, building of the temple, building of the temple of the Lord. Sister, will you help me? Brother, will you lend your hand? Building of the temple of the Lord. So, let us build the temple of the Lord together. Now, in this lesson, we are going to see building houses. Okay. Now, thousands of years ago, man started making shelters for himself. He gathered the materials he found around him and built simple houses. Then slowly, man discovered new materials and learned ways of making bigger and stronger houses. Many people work together to build modern houses and other buildings. The architect, who's an architect? The architect designs or plans the house, and the bricklayers or mason lays bricks. Then the plumber lays the water pipes and the electrician lays the electric lines. The carpenter makes the doors and windows, and the painter paints the house, and so on. Here you can see how a house is made. Laying the foundation is the first step in making a house. The foundation of a house is under the ground. So you do not see it. It is like the root of a tree. Okay, you cannot see the root of the tree. It holds a house firmly to the ground. The base holds the house firmly to the ground. A huge hole is dug in the ground to lay the foundation, and bricks or slabs of concrete are then laid in the hole, and pillars are built to make the house strong. The pillars are made by pouring concrete into a frame of steel rods. You can see in the right hand side picture the frame of rods, and they'll put the concrete inside the frame of steel rods. Okay, and next let me repeat again how a house is made. Laying the foundation, okay, base is the first step in making a house. The foundation of a house is under the ground. So you do not see it. It is like the root of a tree. It holds a house firmly to the ground. A huge hole, huge means what? Big hole is dug in the ground to lay the foundation. Bricks or slabs of concrete are then laid in the hole, and pillars are built to make the house strong. The pillars are made by pouring concrete into a frame of steel rods. See here in this picture, making the walls and pillars and making roofs. Okay, and they give space. After the foundation is made, bricks are laid to make the walls of the house. Space is left for windows and doors. When the wall walls reach the height of the roof, a flat frame of steel rods is made. Then concrete is poured into this frame to make the roof, and the concrete is watered for few days, and this makes it hard and strong. Okay, see, you can see the sentences here. It's given, after the foundation is made, bricks are laid to make the walls of the houses, and space is left for windows and doors. Then when the walls reach the height of the roof, a flat frame, okay, a flat frame of steel rods is made, and concrete is poured into this frame to make the roof. The concrete is watered for a few days, nearly 15 days. They'll pour water, and this makes it hard and strong. After the walls are made, the electrician and plumbers get to work. They lay the electric lines, then water pipes and sewage lines in the walls. Sewage lines means what? Pipes for waste water, okay, drainage, for pipes for drainage, and many other uses. Okay, so next we'll see, next step is plastering. Plastering means what? That means covering the walls and ceiling with a layer of cement, sand and water. The floor is covered with cement, mosaic. Okay, mosaic means what? Chips of stones, and stone slabs or tiles, and then the walls and ceilings are painted, and metal or wooden frames are fitted into the walls to make windows and doors. The doors and windows are usually made before the house is painted. They can have grills, okay, grills fitted for safely, and screens to keep the insects, keep out the insects. Okay, see a man plastering with cement, sand and water. Here down picture shows man is painting, painter is painting the wall. Next we'll see different types of houses. You must have noticed that all houses do not look alike. Let us see why houses are made differently. Okay, now natural conditions. First, the kind of weather a place generally has often designs the kinds of houses the people of that place make. Houses in places where it rains or snows a lot have slanting roofs, okay, slanting side arco, and this lets the rain or snow slide off. Okay, when the rain or snow falls, it should come down. Okay, so the roof of a house can get damaged if a lot of rain or snow collects on it, so it should come down. See here in this picture, rain and snow slide off slanting roof. Next, in places which are warm most of the year, people usually have shades hanging over windows and a roof that hangs over the house. This protects the house from the sunshade. Okay, they'll have. The house may also have doors and windows facing each other to let the air move through it. This is called cross ventilation. Okay, cross ventilation. Door facing window to allow cross ventilation. Okay, opposite to window, they'll have doors. Next, we'll see in places that get flooded, filled with water. Flooded means what? Filled with water. Very often houses are raised on stilts, okay, poles. And in places where there are a lot of earthquakes, people build houses with light materials like wood, bamboo, and hollow bricks. Okay, bamboo means with a light wood. Okay, Mungal tree. Okay, next, this is to make sure that people do not get badly hurt if the house collapses. Collapses means what? Fully damaged. Okay, if a house damages, the people inside the house should not get more hurt. Okay, so architects have found other ways of protecting buildings from earthquakes these days. One way is to lay the foundation on big rollers. Okay, during an earthquake, buildings on rollers sway. Sway means moves. Okay, but they do not fall. See, here, next, materials. People make houses with a kind of materials that they can get easily where they live. This is why many houses in hilly or rocky areas are made of stone. In forest areas, wood is used to make parts of the house, especially the floors. Wood also keeps a house warm. Okay, in the forest, they'll get more wood, so they'll make house with wood. And in people make house with the kind of materials that they can get easily where they live. Okay, and people in the rocky hilly areas, they'll make a house with stones. Okay, here a picture on the right hand side, a thorn fence. Okay, thorna mullu veli, thorn fence in front of a house made of stone in Rajasthan, where many plants have thorns that keeps out animals. Okay, so to protect from animals, they'll have thorny plants in front of the house or side of their house. Okay, next, space. Okay, in cities, big cities usually have more multi-stories apartment buildings than single-story houses. Even market, okay, shopping malls and offices in these cities have many floors. This is because a city has lots of people. Okay, in one place there are many people live together, and so there is a shortage of space. A multi-story building makes room for many people in a small area of land. See here, multi-stories apartment building. Okay, in one building there are many floors, more than 16 or 17 floors they'll have. Okay, in one building. Next, houses in a slum. Okay, cost. Making a house costs money. Okay, without money we cannot build house. So single room, hall, kitchen, bedroom and attached bathroom. To build this small space, in a small space they should have more than 10 lakhs of rupees. So cost, making a house costs money. So poor people often make houses with the materials that they can get without spending much. The overcrowded parts of towns and cities where poor people live are called slums. Okay, in Chennai or in Mumbai, Okay, you can see slum areas. People in slums often make houses with bamboo, metal sheets, plastic sheets, packing cases, okay, that means boxes, okay, and so on. In villages, poor people make houses with bamboo, clay, straw, and palm leaves, okay. A house of this kind with a roof of straw is called thatched hut. What is that? A house of this kind with a roof of straw, okay, is called a thatched hut. And those who can buy earthen tiles use tiles instead of leaves or straw. ஓட்டு வீடு மேலே மண்ணுனால் செஞ்ச ஓடு இருக்கும். ஓடு வச்சு என்ன செய்வாங்க, with the wood they'll place the tiles, okay, earthen tiles. So go through this lesson, children, and I would like to sing a song. Before I could say thank you, I can recall the song chorus of A Wise Man Built His House Upon the Rock. If you know the song, you can sing along with this video. A wise man built his house upon the rock. A wise man built his house upon a rock. A wise man built his house upon a rock. And the rains came tumbling down. When the rains came down and the floods came up. The rains came down and the floods came up. The rains came down and the floods came up. And the house upon the rock stood firm. A foolish man built his house upon a sand. A foolish man built his house upon a sand. A foolish man built his house upon a sand. And the rains came tumbling down. And the rains came down and the floods came up. The rains came down and the floods came up. The rains came down and the floods came up. And the house upon the sand went bang. So build your life on the rock, Jesus Christ. So build your life on the rock, Jesus Christ. So build your life on the rock, Jesus Christ. And the blessings will come down. And the blessings comes down and the praise go up. The blessings comes down and the praise go up. The blessings comes down and the praise go up. So build your life on the rock. So we should build our house, build our life on the rock of Jesus Christ. Thank you, children. Go through this lesson and find answers for exercise at the back of your lesson. Thank you.